All right, skills and drills. Day has come. We're gonna do toe to bar. Now, the past few weeks, we've been practicing, kipping, practicing getting the knees up. I know it's super basic again, but we're working on that chair position, getting the head as far back as we can within reason behind the bar to create less distance for the legs to have to travel up to the bar. So it's a more drawn out motion, but it's a lot more efficient for majority of the athletes who may not have a gymnastic background or have the flexibility or the endurance in their hamstrings. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show just a couple regular toe to bar. I'm gonna kind of talk about what I'd like to see for athletes practicing in the next, couple weeks leading up through. What we're gonna see here, good position here, knees up, through. So in that motion, what I'm showing is, I'm showing getting the head through, obviously, and then like we practiced, we're bringing the knees up in that chair-like position, and then at the very top of it, we're snapping, we're kicking with the legs, a fast kick, touching the bar, okay? In that's where it's so important for athletes to really emphasize, like I said, getting the head back, less distance for the legs to have, or for the legs and the hamstrings to have to pull up and be able to kick the bar. If I try and shorten that range of motion, then it's a lot more flexibility and a lot more of an aggressive pull on the hamstrings to be able to come up to the bar. Okay, and it usually doesn't end well, plus it doesn't give the core time to relax even for that half a second or so going into the next rep. So again, in this next week or so, what I want to see athletes really focus on now is just practicing. I don't want the development of the bad habit, because we see it all the time, even like with pull-ups and stuff. Athletes will do 1 or 2 toe to bar, and then they start getting into that awkward swing. Okay, they have to keep telling themselves, head through, look at the bar, knees up. Head through, look at the bar, knees up. Then as that becomes smooth, head through, look at the bar, knees up, kick. Head through, look at the bar, knees up, kick. Head through, look at the bar, knees up, kick. Okay, it's got to be a fluent, controlled. They cannot try and rush it. When we try and rush the movement is where we start to lose where the body's at in space, and we start to swing through before we even kick, and then that awkward swing happens, and then you see them try and go into that double clutch swing to get the rhythm back. What I want athletes to do with this time is, even if they're just at the early stage of it where they're just getting like the kip down, they can do the same thing. Still practice getting the knees up, pulling, okay? If all they got is just 2 in a row, okay, I want that to be their stopping point. I don't want to see them, or I don't want to have them to do 2, and then they got to stop the momentum, try and get back into their swing, and then just do the single toe to bar at a time. If that happens, they got to get off the bar, shake it out, restart. They got to start developing the good habits early on, because what happens, especially in workouts, when they get tired or crap hits the fan, they go back to what they're comfortable with, which is that awkward swing, the double clutch into the single reps every time. We don't want that. They got to really use this time to focus on developing good habits. So again, I want to see you get that movement drawn out, even if it's here, okay? Even if it's here. Head through, look at the bar, kick. Head through, look at the bar, kick. Okay, we want to see that snap. It's got to be a snap each time. If you have, unfortunately I don't have them here, I wish I did just for this purpose. One of my favorite training tools for toe to bar was if you have the Dirty South style bars. That's pull-up bar here, then it has the one that comes out diagonally that's a little bit higher, okay, and then it has the one connected, so it's like a triangle, all right? That's one of my favorite trainers on like toe to bar. I wish all rigs had them, because I would have athletes go up to the higher bar. That way they had a lower bar, and they would practice kicking that lower bar. It was a shorter range of motion for them. Okay, it was a less distance. It was a good practice, so they could actually get the feel of the bar. Okay, if you have the option too, sometimes you can set up bands and stuff and just give athletes targets, or you can have somebody hold a PVC pipe and just give them targets to practice good, consistent movement. The key and the focus needs to be getting the head back, being able to see the bar, creating that chair position that we worked on, and then snapping. It can't be a slow kick. It has to be a snap, because your body cannot hang out here because it's in the free space back here. Okay, gravity will kick in and it will pull you back through. So as soon as the knees come up, we need to see the snap, flow through. Snap, flow. Don't rush. Don't rush the flow through. The snap is quick. This is smooth. Okay, so again, we're gonna do some on the minute work type practice. It might just be kipping for some, it might just be the chair pose for some, and it might just be 2 to 3 toes to bar for some. It's practice, 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 practice. Develop the good habits now. We got the open coming up, that way they'll be good and ready. Hope you guys enjoy it. Good luck.